kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, hey, look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Ay, met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it, yeah.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Chris Moore returning it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Former Heisman winner. This is Mark Ingram. Able to shake free for about 7 up to... The 35.
Ball carrier brought down at the 35-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings
So
up
they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because, to me, there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
2nd and 11 now. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the ball carrier.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And now Jackson will look to throw it. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson, able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They run for it with Hunt, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. A 1st down and more for Jacobs. And down to the 27-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 48 yards on the ground.
Gain of 48 yards.
Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
On
on the ground. This is Jalen Richard. And some room to maneuver. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They run with Hunt. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a toss running left, Hunt. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Josh Jacobs.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to pump from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 44, Carr. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
That's on the play. It's third down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. This is intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
It's fourth and goal.
So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
First down, Raiders.
Carr now on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Carr's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 49-yard line.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Now Carr again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Carr. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw again. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Williams, incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
You can fall, you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back in my feet and get right.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On the draw, Richard breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
The ball carrier.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action. Now Carr. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
A loss of 4 yards.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. They do go for it. It's Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
And the Las Vegas first down.
They'll run on first down. Richard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
31 yards there and a first down. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Touchdown.
Josh Jacobs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And some room to work.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
To number 16.
From 21 yards away. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him bring another one.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And the Raiders Steelers have got him. Max Crosby in there to drop him for a loss on the play. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now Jackson on second down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Mark Ingram, the ball.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 39, Jackson. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, it's Hunt. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Carr gives to Richard. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
It's third down.
The Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. On the ground, Richard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them and put the pressure on them.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have moved out in front. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Under 10, under 10, 10.
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. 30, the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Raider 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side.
Complete to Darren.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. And he'll find Moreau here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
13 yards. 1st down, Raiders.
Back to throw, Carr. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down.
Intended,
but they'll get it back.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. This to advance to the divisional round. And Carlson missed it. Hold it to the left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In a regular season, only one period is played. We can call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Second and 11. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Able to hit his target, Lamb. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Complete to C.D. Lamb. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
The 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. Now Hunt. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
at the 50-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Jackson now. Oh, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. The 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.